Hello.
Hey, may we have your attention, please?
Attention, please. Attention. Okay,
right,
so we have a very cool sounding film. We have not seen the trailer at all. This is our chance to watch it fresh without knowing much about it.
Yes.
But the concept sounds interesting.
It's called Attention, Please, and it's available here in the U.S. and it came out a few months ago. Stars Vishnu Govindan, Athira, Kallingal, Vishnu Govind, and Anand Manmad. And it's like one of those. I'm going to guess it's like an anthology sort of, where there's a filmmaker telling some stories to his friends or whatever, and maybe we see some of those stories. And I think they're either from the thriller variety or horror or something like that. So
it sounds like Mike Flanagan's dream project, basically.
Exactly.
All right, so this will be interesting to see a take on a Mike Flanagan-ish concept. I'm not saying it's him. I'm not saying it's going to be better, but I also want to say
right.
It's a guessing before we do anything else. So, all right.
Let's check it out.
All right, we're going to check it out right now. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Attention, please. Attention, please. Please. ഇതുപോലൊരു മൂടുള്ളൊരു രാത്രി, രണ്ട് സൈഡിലും മരങ്ങളോട് തിങ്ങി നിറഞ്ഞ റോഡിലൂടെ മാത്തുക്കുട്ടിയുടെ കാറിലെ വീട്ടിലേക്ക് പോവായിരുന്നു. 12ാം ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പഠിക്കുന്ന ഒരു പയ്യൻ. റിസൾട്ട് വന്നപ്പോൾ അവന് നല്ല മാർക്കുണ്ട്. അച്ഛൻ മരിച്ചു പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് അമ്മ കുറെ കഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടിട്ടാണ് ഇവനെ പഠിപ്പിച്ചതും വളർത്തിയതും. അപ്പൊ ഈ റിസൾട്ട് വന്നതിന്റെ സന്തോഷത്തില് അമ്മയും മോനോടെ കൂടി ഒരു ബീച്ചിൽ പോയി. അങ്ങനെ ബീച്ചിൽ അമ്മയും മോനോട് ഇരുന്ന് കാറ്റൊക്കെ കൊള്ളുന്ന സമയത്ത് ചൂട് കൂടുതൽ കാരണം അമ്മ മോനൊരു കുട ചൂടി കൊടുത്തു. അപ്പൊ ഇതൊക്കെ ശ്രദ്ധിച്ച് കുറച്ച് ദൂരെ മാറി കുറെ ആൾക്കാർ പേടിച്ചു ഇവര് മോനെ തല്ലി. ബീച്ചിൽ വന്നിരുന്നിട്ട് തലവഴി കാണിക്കുന്നോടാ നായിന്റെ മോനെ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് അവര് തല്ലി. അത് കേട്ട് അമ്മ കരഞ്ഞു പറഞ്ഞത് എന്റെ മോൻ തന്നെയാണ്. അപ്പൊ അവര് തെളിവ് ചോദിച്ചു. തെളിവില്ലാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോ പ്രസവിച്ച പാടുകൾ. അപ്പൊ അതിലൊരുത്തൻ അവിടെ കിടക്കുന്ന ചെരുപ്പെല്ലാം അവിടെ എടുത്തിട്ട് ഒരു മാല പോലെ ആക്കിയിട്ട് അമ്മയുടെ മോനെ കഴുത്തിലിട്ടിട്ട് ഇവരുടെ കല്യാണം മോൻ അതിലൊരുത്തനെ കയറി തല്ലി അവന്റെ മുണ്ടഴിഞ്ഞു പോയി. അപ്പൊ അവന്റെ ഉണർന്നു നിൽക്കുന്ന ആണത്തെ നാട്ടുകാരെല്ലാം കണ്ടു. അപ്പൊ അതില് നാണക്കേട് കാരണം ഈ മുണ്ടഴിഞ്ഞു പോയാൽ അവിടെ കിടക്കുന്ന ഒരു മണലെടുത്ത് മോനെ തല തല്ലിപ്പോയി. അപ്പൊ അടി കൊണ്ട് മോന്റെ കണ്ണടഞ്ഞു. കുറെ നേരം കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് മോൻ കണ്ണു തുറക്കുമ്പോ അവൻ മുമ്പിൽ കണ്ടത് ഒരു കടല് മാത്രമായിരുന്നു.
സിനിമയൊക്കെ ഉള്ളതൊന്നുമില്ല കേട്ടോ.
അതിന് അവാർഡ് കൂടാന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was a great look. That was a very cool trailer.
Very cool.
They say that it had no death, but I was riveted by his story.
Yeah, no, and it's an interesting trailer because it's basically I'm guessing now maybe it's just he's telling one story as opposed to a lot of stories. At least
might be telling a few.
Maybe, but it's just interesting how he's just telling a lot of the story as the film would be, and it's just cool. I think it's neat.
Very cool.
I like his look. I like there's weird things that were put in there, things you don't normally see in a trailer, like talking about an erected penis and all this kind of stuff. It's just sort of different, just sort of weird.
And but a mother and son having an incestuous relationship.
Yeah,
like, what is like going on with this?
It's pretty like, wow, they're going there, and it's also obviously has a sense of humor at the end. Say this is not really movie material, which is kind of a meta joke for us all. So I liked it. Yeah,
I know. I love how they drew you in, and you're thinking, oh, is this going to be like him telling the story to them, and then we get to see it play out, or is he telling it like a story that really happened? And then when you realize, oh, he's just doing a pitch, it was like, okay,
yeah,
all right, that's pretty funny. And then when they, not only are you like, oh my God, the story is so wild, and then when they go, man, it's not really movie material. I love how they just kind of take the air out of it. That was actually really funny. I thought that was really smart.
You have a tongue in cheek but also have some moments of real terror or scary stuff.
Yeah. And it struck me as almost a comedy. Like it has that dark edge because it started off really serious and then they kind of go, and there's that they throw in that kind of humor and he's like, oh, like you knew he was just making it up at that point, I assume.
Right. I'm guessing. Yeah. But no, it has if it's dark comedy and it works where it's kind of scary and intense and also funny, that's always a winner. Hard to do.
Always. So hard. I have some posters as I just flashed it up the rack.
Okay. Cool.
So we'll do that. So these are very cool posters. And I'm trying to figure this out. So it almost looks like, I think it's kind of going to be a film reel, but then it looks like piano keys. I do have the right film, don't I?
That's it. Attention, please. Yeah. So his eye, those red things kind of coming out of his face. And then it looks like piano keys to me, but maybe not.
Yeah, that's very strange. It's cool though. I like the graphics. It's pretty nice.
And is that supposed to be like a caution sign, or is that like a slate?
That looks like a caution sign.
Yeah. Okay.
Attention, please. Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Like caution. And then we have another kind of interesting take on it. Like these are very artful posters, so that kind of tells you this is an indie movie because big budget movies don't take chances like this. So, as far as I can tell, so far the posters, which there might be more, are very artsy.
I love it. I think the colors are cool and interesting, and it's it's like attention, please. That poster is saying attention, please.
Now they all have megaphones, and then they're goofy illustrations.
Yeah, you can't ignore this post. You can't ignore this poster if you see it at the theater lobby. Let's put it that way.
I don't really recognize the actor in any of these illustrations, though.
Maybe those are the ones that are listening. But that doesn't make sense with the megaphones. I don't know. But
what is happening? What's going on?
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's not in there. But it's a cool poster.
Very cool poster. But it looks like a really cool concept. This is what language is this? Is this Malayalam?
You got me.
No, we should always know that. We'll cut this.
I don't know.
We gotta figure that out.
Right, hold on a second. Let's see. I'm trying to go for my thing.
The trailer.
Yeah, it just says indie film, terrific cast. It's not telling me. It's a Malayalam.
Okay, so you're right. Okay, so this is a Malayalam film, and those are I've really become a fan of these because I like their kind of little bit more indie, realistic kind of presentation, whether it's violence or romance or whatever it is. It just feels a little more real than kind of these big budget, kind of Bollywood type.
Yeah, and I think they sort of focus on a particular. It's like the villages feel real. It feels like you're really visiting that world, the real world, and real people and real situations. Even if it's a superhero film, it feels like it's grounded in something real, or something like this. So I like them. I think I'll get whatever people. I think that's my favorite out of all of them. Although I love the big budget stuff too. Yeah. But I think every Malayalam film I've seen, I enjoy. So
yeah. And I like Telugu, as far as I can tell. I mean, again, we're still relatively new. We have a lot of catching up to do. But I feel like Telugu is kind of a nice combo in between. It has the super glossy also aspect like RRR, but then they also can present stuff that's a little bit in between and a little more realistic. So I don't know. I say that, and then the next film I saw, these are my favorite. I love Tamil. No, these are my favorite. I love
it's sort of how you don't want to group you don't want to do that because every filmmaker, depending on what language is, you can either make a good film or a bad film. So it's just a generality. But Malayalam films have a certain sort of earthiness that you can kind of guarantee in each of their films it's going to be there, which is nice.
Yeah, but even just looking at this, like I don't even see a set. When I saw that guy telling a story, and you see the people sitting there on the ground watching them, I'm not even seeing a set. I'm seeing a location that these people are just in, and I don't even look at it as like, oh, it's all lit. There's a bunch of camera and crew around. I feel like I'm just sort of part of the group. I'm not aware of the filmmaking, which I think is a nice trick. So
it felt like you were in. It was like a campfire story kind of vibe.
Yes.
And that's always cool. It's always cool. So it looks really good. And it's something that we can watch immediately on Netflix. So this will go high on my list to watch, in my living room right now.
Right now. Yeah, we're definitely checking this one out. So we'll try and do a review of this later.
Okay, sounds good,
All
everybody.
right.
Well, thanks so much for hanging out. And should we talk about our membership program? No, we'll do that
Yeah.
next time. You want to?
What a tease. But in the
Okay.
meantime, come and join Discord. Just look for us on Discord. All right.
Just look over his Discord, but hold on a second. I do want to mention this because
Now he's changed his mind. We're going to talk about the
yeah,
membership.
we're going to talk
You
about it
turned
real
off.
quick. Think about it. It's we've talked about it in other trailers, but consider it because it helps us out a lot. So
It does.
I hope you do that. So thanks everybody, and we'll
All
see
right.
you guys soon. Okay,
Bye.
bye.